about these teams this Week 1 showdown here on EA Sports College Football. The Cougars kicker headed to the football. The crowd eager, and off we go. The start of a new season. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Beavers offense will take the field first. And here comes the freshman quarterback who has certainly outperformed his recruiting ranking. Not a highly touted recruit, but what a job in camp to win the starting job here for the opener. Looking downfield on first down. Got his man. And he goes down after making the grab. Picked up a few, but he's still short of the first down marker. And the Beavers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. Throwing right. Pass falls incomplete, but that was basically a free play as the defense was offsides, and this is going to be a first down.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides in the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach, and then the second one, usually he takes me out of the game.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Red pass, it's complete. Turning it on. First catch of the season for this highly touted wide receiver, and man, their fans have been hungry to see that. The Beavers will line it up on 1st and 10. Off play action. It's on target and complete. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
I don't know if the defense came into this one expecting the fullback to be a weapon catching the ball, but that play, it didn't look like they were ready for him. He catches it, turns it upfield for the first.
Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. Here comes the heat. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
And all defenses talk about it. Sacks, tackles for a loss, affecting the quarterback the best way you can. The first drive of the game, already getting home. Nice start for this defense.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And here comes the field goal unit. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. It doesn't always have to be pretty, and that one wasn't, but somehow he hooked it just into that left corner. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. Makes a move. Got a little room. A dynamic return, explosive, and got loose on this kick coverage team, and they were barely able to keep him from taking it all the way. So the BYU Cougars offense gets to come out for its first possession of the game. And this guy doubtless will be a huge part of the game plan. He is a guy with a lot of upside, and they think he will be a centerpiece in this passing attack. Running inside, it's Henderson. Headed to the end zone.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the direct snap, it's Cross. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
He's going for the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Cougars. Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Oregon State offense to get this drive started. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive.
Here we go, ready. Ready to go.
From the shotgun, the inside give. Oh, he's got some space. Picks up the first down. He's at the 40. The 20. 10. Touchdown, Beavers. He got loose, and it was lights out after that. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy. He makes a big play. Yes, please.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. We've had some early scores. They get the ball back, trailing by a field goal, 10-7. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Cross. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2. Let's talk just for a second about BYU. You start the season, top 25, clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day 1, game 1. Make that first impression.
Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. BYU with the 1st and 10. He goes right back to the air. Unloads to the right. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Motion from the wideout. Finds a little bit of room and finally wrestled out of bounds at the 43.
All right, so not a home run play for the offense, but I do like the creativity, and I like how they're going to stress this defense and do it in less conventional ways.
They'll run play action. The quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Fires on the move. A strike downfield. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. Really good patience and recognition. And how about the tight end just finding the hole and settling and waiting until the quarterback saw it?
And the play completely changes. Once my QB gets outside the pocket, I got to see it, and I got to start working towards him, or if I'm near him, working away. Nice job being on the same page, getting the 1st down.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Rushes on him. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
Really nice play call there by the defensive coordinator as well. He was trying to do something aggressive to stop the momentum of the offense. They looked pretty good on this drive. They were marching the football down the field, but on that critical 3rd down, The D coordinator dials it up, the pass rush at the right time, trusting his guys up front to get it done, and they're able to get the sack.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. They boot it away on 4th down. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes a catch. Runs through a man. He might have space. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. That's the end of the period, and Oregon State has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Off play action on 1st down. Caught in the backfield, it's Ramsey. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding I get the ball to my slot guy, he can make plays after it. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man, just he catches the football and a big play can happen. And you saw after the catch, man, he's got some wheels.
Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1. The Beavers now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. He'll keep it on 2nd down. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. And he coughed it up, and good thing he got it back himself. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. He'll keep it again on the option. Brought down at the 33-yard line as this defense gets a 3rd down stop. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. And it took everything he had, but he barely gets it in there. The lead now 6 here in the 2nd.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just trot him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
He'll bring it out. It's Cross. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So the BYU offense comes out to go on the attack. They reached deep in the playbook, used almost all of them, it seemed, Jesse, and still ended up having to punt last time.
And I think on this next drive, David, you can go back to some of the stuff that worked that last drive, too. Find the things that you had success with. You just got to be able to build on it a little bit.
Yeah, and just break that extra tackle, you know, make that extra play, make the guy miss, put a drive together so you can finish with some points.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
You just need more from your offensive line. 2nd and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up 3rd down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. BYU coming to the line with 1st and 10. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. All right, guys, let's chat about BYU. They had some holes to fill on the roster. They've gone into the portal. They brought in a pretty decent haul. How good do you think this staff feels right now addressing those areas of need, David?
Well, I think you feel really good about bringing in quality depth, experience depth. But now the trick is to merge it with your other guys and everybody get on the same page, you know, and moving in the same direction.
The coaching staff is so excited, too. They feel like if they can stay healthy, they can take an extra step versus where they were a year ago because of these new bodies they found through the portal.
Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4. Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. Fires to the wideout. Oh, what a play. It's intercepted. He's knocked down, but what a play. Wants to throw on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
You know, you're seeing in college football now how the tight end position is evolving. The athletes playing the position now are just so much better than they used to be. And this guy on that diving catch, he just showed you that.
Going deep. Has it. He gets it. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. With the catch, it's Cross. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Going to take a shot at this DB. Holds it in on the left. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. Knocked it right through, showing it. They are so close to a score, they can smell it on the first play of the drive. 1st and goal. Running the red zone. It's Cross. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd and goal.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
They believe in their running game on 3rd and goal here. That was an important stop there as they try to hold them to a field goal on this drive. Absolutely. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Direct snap. It's Cross. Found a little room out of the wildcat that time, just short of the 1st down. So they come to the line, and the wildcat going to give them a different look. Back has it. Got a little grass. They finally make the stop, but the defense out of sorts against that wildcat, and they give up a big play.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back.
Breaks into the open. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO, and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
And the Cougars are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Flips it out to the back. Touchdown, Cougars! Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Moving out to the right. He'll pull it down. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. The run inside. It's Cross. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. The play action fake. Quarterback moving. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Quick release on the RPO. Makes the grab in their space. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26. That's the end of the quarter, and BYU is on top. We take just a minute to look at the stats as they are threatening to put this one away. The Cougars are rolling down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Bringing the heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. They're dealing with a second and long. Running inside. It's Cross. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Cougars have it with a 1st and 10. They'll run it. It's Cross. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Pulls and fires complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Now, and a great job by the defense seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
That's caught. It's Cross. At the 35, he's got room. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Here we go.
This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Fires to the right. Got his man downfield. Touch. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. To the air on first down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. It's complete on the right side. He stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11. They've moved it into scoring territory, 1st and 10 from the 11. Hit as he throws. And we have breaking news. Quarterback may change this route. They'll start this drive going to the air. Throws for the tight end. Complete downfield. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals. Looking downfield on first down. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. And the Cougars with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Pocket breaking down. They get to him as he throws.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Snags it, and there's running room. He'll be pulled down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line as they play a little pitch, catch, and run. BYU lines up with a 1st and goal. Snaps it in the shotgun. Trying to find the end zone. And they're going to...